Hey everybody, I'm Coach Sam Mallard, and I'm launching this Chalk Wars so I can showcase coaches from around the country and let them show off their skills. So let me explain how it works. In this round, we're going to have Coach Adam Harvey and Coach Martin Quiroga, or Coach Q for short, and they're going to go against each other in 4 plays in 4 different situations that are going to occur in any game. So Coach Harvey runs the multiple tight defense, and Coach Q runs the pistol flexbone. So make sure that you subscribe and like, and also I'm going to need your help because the winner tonight is going to be announced on the next episode. But how is that going to happen? I need you to comment down below and tell me who you think wins. Does Coach Q score or does Coach Harvey stop him? And it'll make more sense when we get to play 4. So stick around and obviously watch the last play. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into the intros, and then let's get this chalk war going between Coach Q and Coach Harvey.
My name is Martin Quiroga, Coach Q. I've been coaching now off and on for about 20 years. I'm 39 years old. I've had stops at St. Francis de Sales High School, Morgan Park High School. I got my start under Andre Collins at Thornwood High School in South Holland, Illinois, which is also my alma mater. Also had another coaching stop at Washington High School as an offensive line coach, and I was the head coach at Becca Yards College Prep, and also offensive line. And very recently, I just made a change to coach at Lake Central High School here in St. John, Indiana, Cherville, Indiana area, so right over the border. Offensive line enthusiast. I love it. I can't get enough of it. Kind of a fanatic when it comes to that. So, I'm just excited to see how this all turns out tonight.
My name's Adam Harvey, down in Texas, in the Austin area. I've been coaching for 18 years. This last season I spent at Hutto High School, just outside Austin, and then the past 7 years prior to that, right outside of San Antonio at Cibolo Steel High School. I guess I coached DBs the majority of my career. Spent some time in other sports as well, basketball, track and field, baseball, lacrosse. So just love athletics, love what it can do to young people, and just being able to truly change lives. Not to use the cliche that we use as coaches a lot, but doing that through competition and through teaching the game is a lot of fun. Being in Texas is really awesome too. So apologize for the glare. Sitting here in the sunset, right, to go watch my son play baseball and try to find a good parking spot. And couldn't do it, but glad to be on here. Appreciate you, Sam, and your patience. I know I've kind of put you on the back burner, so really glad to be here. Really glad that you thought to reach out.
I went with zone dive to start. For me, I like that because it's a simple play. It's a play that's going to allow me to not have the quarterback think very first play. He's going to be able. We know what to give. In this particular situation, I like it because we rugby scrum with the Z and the S. We're allowed to go ahead and we get a true double team on the 3 technique. So what we do is our play side tackle will go on ahead and take a 45-degree step inside. He'll flip her and then work vertical to the linebacker. And our guard is going to go on ahead and overtake that. Everybody else is going to work what we call a wall. And so our center is going to go on ahead and he's going to take a T step, work vertical. Our backside guard is going to go on ahead and he's also going to T step because we have a 3 technique with a possibility of a slant inside. So we have to go on ahead and protect the inside gap. My backside tackle is going to go on ahead and he's going to long scoop that. So we're going to go 90-45 vertical in hopes of us trying to scoop that 3 technique. And then we're going to hinge our tight end. We're going to blur motion our B. And then that's pretty much everything else we got there. So we're just looking to go on ahead and solidify a nice game there, but really be able to go ahead and attack the double team and be able to get on the linebacker.
A lot of times that's what you're going to start out when it's a zone dive. And so we're hoping to just plug the inside interior gaps with our bigs, right? So I'm going to take the nose And really here, I didn't know if you were going to go field a boundary until after the fact, which is fine. The reason the safeties are where they are, my free safety is going to fit free. I mean, he truly is a free fit. So he's just going to be an added bonus to the party. With your zone look, as you mentioned, with the three technique and trying to get inside, with your T step, that's kind of what I want because I want free run throughs. Depending on how you hand your tackles, either my jack or Will should be able to get through to the boundary here, and then on the front side it should be my money or my mic. Again, depending on that hinge, I'm going to set the edge with my best corner, which is always going to be my stronger of the two. I expect both corners to be force players in our defense, and so in the picture here, I drew the field on the other side before I knew where the hash was, but the field corner is going to be just as strong in stopping the run in space. And so with your blur motion, I'm going to send that safety with that guy. So usually based on film with the Flexbone, if they got two good ones, we know that a lot of it is smoke and mirrors. But if they got two good ones, then we would align differently. Usually there's one that's better than the other. So he's going to become the pitch man. That's where I'm going to align my safety. Not knowing, I guessed, you said you're going to blur the B. I guessed right. So so if it's, in that case, if it were S, then my free safety is already standing in the middle. I've got my strong safety to that side. And like I said, my field corner is going to cut inside and play the crease essentially on your motion, right? So I want that extra fitter to the side where I'm going to play the crease with my corner. So yeah, I mean, I know you probably wanted 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's going to be one-on-ones. Hopefully with that center, we're not allowing that center to climb because I'm in a zero technique. I'm not a lag guy and I'm not a double gap guy. We're going to attack gap, and we call defense like an offense. So again, with tendencies, with hashes, with kind of knowing where you like to run and why you like to run there based on watching film all week long, I'm going to send my nose guard to that gap heavily all night long, and then mix it up on occasion. And then when I mix it up, usually I'm going to bring a pressure. With that said, so that may give away some of the things that I'm going to show you here in a little bit, but that's kind of where we're looking. Good deal. Yeah. So we're going to bring our inside backer from the boundary on a pressure. This is going to be a 5-man pressure. I'm going to send that 4 into the B gap. It's the brick player. Nose is actually going to slant through the boundary this time, and then I'm going to keep my wheel at home, kind of spying the A gap. My anchor, or the other defense end to the field, is going to play in the B as well, and then I'm going to send a pressure off the edge with the overhang from a head-up alignment. So it's going to look like we may be playing a 2-free look, but we're going to send him off the edge. As he's going off the edge, we're going to give an indicator look. So our free safety, in this case, field safety, is going to scroll down, and he's going to man up on number 2 in case there's an RPO of some sort. We're manned up on both X and Z, and then my money, which is a true nickel guy, is going to man up on the slot there. So that's going to put us in cover 1 with the boundary safety plan in the post. His alignment is going to be backside A because of the pressure. If he needs to fit late, he can do that. Otherwise, he's just going to play free on anything passing wise. If there is a motion of any type from either slot, knowing that you are a Flexbone team, he will be responsible for the motion either way to the boundary or the field.
3s and 4s, oftentimes we want to go zone dive, but I want to give an option on that one. And so we're going to make the 4 technique number 1. We're going to make the outside backer number 2. Normally, I would want to go on ahead and crack seal with the cover 2 look that we're getting here. However, coach did something really nice with that, and he's got that corner head up right now. So I have to have the Z stay on him and block him. With that being said, now we call it a hard deck at 7 yards. So if either one of those guys are going to be in a hard deck, then we have to go on ahead and stay, and those are our rules for our receivers. So our Z has to block the corner, our S has to arc and block the safety, coming around with the blur motion. We're going to go on ahead and we're going to power veer with our tackle inside, looking to get to the will. We're we're going to go on ahead and we're going to can opener with our right guard, have him go on ahead and take care of that zero, working to the backside linebacker, scraping over the top. Backside guard, because of the zero technique, we're going to go 90-45 vertical with our backside guard. Our backside tackle is going to go on ahead and take a step inside, and he's going to go on ahead and also work to that backside inside linebacker. Blur motion with our B, and our X is going to go on ahead and work towards getting what we call a touchdown block, because we all know that once those blocks are downfield, that those are the difference between first downs and touchdowns. So we have to go ahead and have that X work, bust his butt to get up there. So I am a huge fan of run and shoot principles with the pistol Flexbone. So for me, I got choice route going on the backside. If we like it, depending on who we have out there on the X, we're going to go on ahead and we'll take that right now, and we'll go on ahead and quarterback has the ability to make the protection calls in our offense. So what I did was we went on ahead and we would go ahead and man slide this. So protection wise, we have a man slide so that we got 4-on-4. Because we have a zero technique, we don't know which way he's going to slant on us. So we have to involve the right guard in the protection scheme. So we have our fullback looking inside to out for most dangerous. So if that outside backer comes, then we know that we're going to go on ahead and we have the go concept on the right side, which is what I like. We're going to go on ahead and we're going to use that B, and we're going to run an arrow. We're going to run a slot seam route with our S. So wherever the free safety's going, we're going opposite. So if the safety's dropping back, we're going to go on ahead and sit right in that hole, and we're going to go. If he crosses our face, we're going to cross his with the slant. And then if he stays there, if we're even, we're leaving. So we're going right now, and we're trying to clear out with the Z. So we're trying to do that. So we figure one of those guys has to respect the Z, or he's getting it. So that's pretty much what we got. And then we're going to go on ahead and we're going to half roll the quarterback, but really it's a back step over and up one, and then we're making our decision if we're going to go to the go concept.
Good deal. Yeah, so we're going to trap that field side. We're going to have that corner in a trap position pre-snap. So he's basically just squatting, and basically his rule is anything 5 to 10 yards into the flats, he's going to work curl to flat as the corner. We're actually going to send that nickel on the delayed blitz. So the dotted line shows that he is sneaking in, and then he is coming off the edge right there to put pressure on that in the middle line of scrimmage. The mic is going to drop hook to curl, and so he's going to relate to anything coming back to the inside. And then we're playing cover 3 concept behind it. We're going to play with that free safety to the field over the top of the numbers, and then the boundary safety is going to relate to anything seam to post. So your S route, you got to hit that quick, but we're hoping that the mic is going to get underneath that and then funnel it back to the post safety. On the backside, that choice route, we're willing to give up 9 routes or something that I'm not afraid of. So we're going to press pretty much all night long, and any team that's looking for the gift, so to speak, we're going to force them to throw that ball 35 to 40 yards down the field, if not more, depending on the quarterback's arm and the speed of the receiver. And then we'll mix it up with some cone coverage too every once in a while. But that's what we want. We want them to get up there, see us in their face, and think that they can throw it over the top. And so just by numbers, we feel like that's the best way for us to play. So up in the box here, we're playing some games. I'm going to send the nose to the boundary B here, just because part of the pressure, we're sending that wheel back through the A gaps. I'm going to let the nose clear it out, and then hopefully get on a delayed blitz. The will have somewhat of a freedom to take either or A, right? So either or A. If the nose forces the center to chase, then we're coming right off the center. If the center stays put, now let's just be an athlete and force that center to block us. We're coming off the edge with that overhang that is creeping up and banditing, what I call bandit, putting the foot in the hole, kind of mugging it. And then we're going to do a little kind of fire zone action with our defensive end and drop him into the slant, the glance area in case you are running that RPO and our face gets across from the boundary. So that's going to be a cover one concept. And then what we're doing with that anchor that's dropping is just spying the back. So if you were to, I know you said you were max protecting with him. He's just, staring at most dangerous man. But if you were to send him out to the boundary, we've got him with my dropping anchor. If he goes to the field, then we're just going to zone it off to that side. So it's basically a split coverage concept. You got 3 to the field, you got 0 to the boundary here. So yeah, we are mugged up there. Everybody is coming except for my money. We're bringing the house. It's balls to the wall right here. You got to score with 2 seconds to go. So we're coming at you. On the front side of this thing to the field, we're just going to blitz our gap, and the free safety is going to read your B slot. If the B slot comes around and tries to log anything on the edge, he is now force player, has to stop, and then we've got the will that is dropping there as well. So the will is going to play primary force. Free safety will play secondary force because the jack is blitzing the C gap, right? So we're going to do that on the backside to the boundary. We're actually going to play some games with my anchor and Mike. The Mike is going to act like he's dropping back and then blitz the A gap. And then I'm going to drop my money and send my boundary safety down right now to be that edge player. We're just going to boundary corner up on a straight 0. And then we're playing basically read coverage-wise with the free safety and the will. If the B goes inside, will is going to carry him. If he goes outside, safety's going to carry him. And then if there's anything coming out, like a sprint out or anything of that nature, the safety will play the flat, right? So it's basically a combo coverage with that. If nobody releases, then he is actually going to be a late blitzer. So they're lined up at the 1 yard line, so there's not a whole lot of real estate. And knowing that that something's got to happen fairly quickly because of our pressure, we're going to play pretty aggressive with both of our safeties.
I figured that the corner was going to be in man, so we're going to go ahead and run him off. What we're going to go on ahead and do is with the S, we're going to release him in a 30-degree angle for 2 steps, and he's going straight to the sideline. With our backside back, what we're going to do with our B is we're bringing him across. We're bringing him across. So our first options are S. Our section option is our B. And then if all else fails, we're going to go ahead and we allow the quarterback. We're giving him options. So we're rolling him out. So we're going to be going ahead. So it's going to go 1, 2 to 3, S to the B to the quarterback with the rollout. We're just flashing. And then our fullback is just going on ahead and sealing that outside edge for us. And I'm glad I did that because Coach, I think, said he was bringing it from the hash. So I'm glad we're running away from it as opposed to it. Yeah, and then we're just on our backside with our receiver. We're literally just trying to run the corner off, trying to get some kind of influence on that free safety to have to jump in so that we go on ahead and have our options here. I think defense is in a bit of a tough spot, with being so close to the goal line. But I want to go on ahead and give my quarterback options. I hate not doing that as we get closer to the goal line. So.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me on again. I love talking ball, so if you guys want to reach out on Twitter, my Twitter handle is Coach_Harvey. I'm on there quite a bit. Love to talk ball. I also run a DB chat on Tuesday nights called No Fly Zone Chat. If you just search hashtag NFCCHAT for No Fly Zone Chat on Tuesday nights at 8:30 to 9:30, we're live, but you can tap in at any point during the week and share your thoughts on the questions of the week. And again, those are posted live on Twitter at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time from 8:30 to 9:30. So love to have you guys on there if you're interested in DB play. Man, other than that, if you're ever in Texas, come to a game. It's the best high school football in the country. We're proud of it. No, it's just the resources, man. There's great coaches all over the country, and it's pretty awesome to be a part of this network and a part of the fraternity that has really come in handy, I guess, in this pandemic for all of us, right? For Zoom and then they're glad to make money, but I'm just glad to be able to talk ball and see faces all over the country. So, Coach Mallard, appreciate you for just taking another step and doing what you're doing, and with Coach Arafat doing the chalk course thing, and you doing this thing, it's pretty neat to just be a part of it. Like I said, I'm in it for the reasons of learning myself. So, guys like Coach Q, appreciate you. Even though you're in that crap offense, it's fun to learn and really think through things and figure out how I would do better next time. So appreciate you guys having me.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Thank
Coach
you.
Harvey, you, Coach Mallard, for putting this all together. I was nervous before going ahead and doing this. I've never done this before. So it was an experience, something to learn from, something to get better at and evolve. That's always a game plan. I also want to thank the Flexbone community out there. I have only been studying this offense for a short while, but all the brothers on the mesh point, let me see here. It is called the Mesh Point Telegram. It is a phenomenal organization of not only coaches but people. You got Coach Dietrich on there, Coach Payne, Coach Rodriguez, guys that are willing to give you information unlike any other. Coach Scott Johnson, that's over here in Chicago, Illinois. Phenomenal pistol flexbone coach. Coach Niss and them are doing great things over there. And I host a option roundtable discussion on Friday nights at 7:00 most weeks, unless there's like a family thing going on. But to the community as a whole, I mean, everybody that's helping us out and going through this whole thing, learning. And I'm one of those people that I didn't invent anything, so I'm willing to give everything that I have. And I'm not saying I have the right way. Trust me, I got plenty of people to tell me that I don't. But I'll tell you what, it's something that I believe in. It's something that it's fun. And I know a lot of people think that you have to chuck the ball everywhere nowadays, but I'm a huge proponent of being physical, and I think there's no more physical offense than the triple option offense. I also think that not enough people are running the Flexbone anymore. So if you have any questions on it, feel free to reach out. You can reach me on my Twitter at Margoy72. And I'm always on. I know a lot of people have at Coach so and so, but there's a story behind my Twitter, So, but anytime you feel free, like I said, there's tons of better Flexbone coaches than me. But if anybody was able to learn something from this, I'm ecstatic because you know what, these guys have helped me out so much, giving me so much information. Coach Mallory, he's put together this brand new Discord program similar to the Mesh Point that I was talking about, and it's phenomenal. It's just great stuff. How much people are willing to share and give, and they don't expect anything in return. And I love that about our community. And so that's all I got, Coach. But thank you so much for inviting me. You know how nervous I was jumping on, so I had a blast.
Well, I want to say thanks for everybody for coming on, Coach Q, Coach Harvey. It was great having you. And then I want to thank everybody for watching. All right, that's going to conclude tonight's Chalk War. So remember, subscribe, like, and most importantly, comment on who you think wins, right? Did Coach Q get the dub and score on that last play? Or did Coach Harvey get the dub and put a stop to Coach Q's offense? All right, let us know down below. All right, have a good night.